Kappa Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1 online at kapparadio.com. Another wonderful opportunity to connect with our Kappa Kaiulu, our community. And joining us today for the Blood Bank of Hawaii, the marketing director, Justin Martin. Aloha, Justin. It's been a while. How are you?
I've been great. Thank you.
Awesome. Can you tell our listeners today on Kappa Hawaiian FM about the importance about donating blood?
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me on, and thanks for all the listeners out there. Appreciate you tuning in. Just a community. So we ensure that the blood supply in Hawaii is safe and we have an adequate amount of it. We actually serve all 18 hospitals and Guam as well. Um, Super important because every 2 seconds in the United States, somebody's going to be needing blood. And it's not something that you can outside the special E are the only things that can produce this life-saving substance, which is our blood. Um, every time you donate, because blood has different parts, you can save up to 3 different lives in one donation.
Wow. Wow. Is the blood bank continuing to experience this critical shortage?
We are. We have slowly seen an uptick over the last few weeks, and thank you to all of our donors for that. We were very critical just a few weeks ago, but we still need 200 donations every day statewide to make this work. Last month in January, that was National Blood Donor Month. We had a partnership with Hawaii Food Bank and Hawaii Food Basket. We had a campaign called Give Blood in Hunger. And we were able to provide meals for every single donation that came in. And so we're going to be in Kona next week. We'll talk about that in a little bit probably, but we're going to be doing kind of a big check presentation where we're giving a check that's equivalent to 437 meals that the people, when we were in Hilo in January, the people in Hilo actually donated that many times. So we were able to provide meals, which was really cool. On the Big Island, just a special shout out to a couple people, our 2 highest donors out there in Volcano, Linda Korberg. I've met her. She was actually on Oahu not too long ago. Very sweet lady. And also Kiyotaki Ozaki. And I don't have their numbers right in front of me, but they're both over 200 donations, which is incredible.
Wow.
And so people always ask, what types are in the highest demand? What do you need? Well, we need all types, and that has got to make that super clear from the get-go. We need all types, but type O, especially O negative, if you didn't know, there's only about 3% of the population that has type O negative in Hawaii. And what they use that for is any kind of trauma, or if there's a car accident or something. Even if you got your blood donor card, they can't look at that and make an assumption that really is your blood type. So for the first, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes when somebody's in the hospital getting taken care of, you've got to receive blood that they know is safe for you. And that's going to be that O negative blood because it's universal.
Got it.
So only 3% of us have it, and yet it's used for all that. So type O's are always in super high demand. And then for Kona, we have just a few more appointment slots left. And so for those people who are interested into going, check it out. If for some reason you check it out and there's no appointments, what I recommend, and we'll give the numbers later, but just give a call because sometimes people can't make it in. And so you can always, come in, call, and they might be somebody who unfortunately canceled, but that could be your chance to save a life. So over in Kona, we're actually trying to, we have a goal of 360 pints. That's a lot in 3 days.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So if this is the goal, we need all you Kappa listeners right now. Mark your calendars, write this down. This is important. How can people or what can people expect during this donation process? If we're looking for 360, what
Yeah.
let's get them going. What can they expect?
First of all, if you've never given before, you got to know it's actually really easy. We say it takes about an hour, and most of that is the the paperwork that you have to look at and fill out. Have you? I don't know if you've ever given before, but it's a lot of you'll come in. They do like a pre-health check. They'll check your temperature, make sure you don't have any of these symptoms, and that's relatively new just because of the pandemic that we've been in. And
Mm-hmm.
so after that, you're going to register with them. You'll get a little form. It actually looks like this. This is a blank one. And it's just a questionnaire, and it asks some questions and that helps us to evaluate the safety of the blood supply. Then you're going to go over that form with one of our staff or one of our phlebotomists. They'll go in a private room and they'll kind of walk through these questions. You'll also get a little bit of a mini health check, because they'll get your iron level. They'll do a little needle prick on your finger to get at your iron level. They'll check your blood pressure and things like that. And then after that process, which again is the most time consuming, when you're actually on the bed donating, if you're giving whole blood, which is a traditional blood donation, 5 to 7 minutes is actually the average needle and arm. So when we say an hour, don't think you're on that bed for an hour, because you're on that bed for about 10 minutes to tops. Afterwards, you sit down, you kind of make sure that everything's good to go. And then guess what? You get some snacks. That's like everybody's favorite part. So free snacks. It's all individually, packaged. We make sure to wipe down everything between every donor. Super safe. We got six feet of space at least between all of our donations, and our phlebotomists are really great. They'll be there and checking up on you. And it's just an easy, pleasant experience. I promise you.
Okay, Kona people, when is the next blood drive for Hawaii Island?
So we're next week. We're the 15th through the 17th at the LDS Kona, and we'll be at the Cultural Hall.
Oh, easy peasy. Okay. Everybody knows where that is. And this is because I'm from Kona, yeah. This is how we give the directions, Justin.
Okay.
It's right behind McDonald's. You got to go all the way up McDonald's Road, Hamburger Hill, straight to the top. When you come to the LDS and you're going to see the church to the right, you're going to go all the way, just pull right in and going to go back to the parking lot. And it's super simple to find. You can't miss it. And I'm sure the signs are going to be up in the cultural hall. People who are interested, I know that, and I memorized somewhat your, because it's super easy, your website for people to sign up. Like, you can just go to bbh.org.
Yep, bbh.org. And then our number, and I like I said, because we're thankfully pretty much booked. I recommend calling as opposed to going on BBH just for this one.
Okay.
Ordinarily go to bbh.org or call 808-848-4770. And our staff will check and see if there's availability. And I'm going to be there one of those days, so hopefully I can meet some people. It'll be awesome. And also the other thing that we always recommend is we've got social media channels. So we got Facebook, we got Instagram, we've got Twitter. Follow us, Blood Bank Hawaii, and check out for any of the latest news and updates. And we're always recognizing donors. In fact, just today you'll see a post later on that's recognizing donors who have given over 500 times. We have a couple donors that have done that, and we've been trying to recognize those kinds of things. So you'll see we have little tiny promotions that happen here and there, and so it's just a lot of fun. Please check out our social media.
Awesome, Justin. Thank you again for all of your hard work. And I will see everybody at the Kona Blood Drive, LDS Kona, next week, the February 15th through the 17th. And that number again to call so that you can get on the books to donate blood is 808-848-4770. Mahalo, Justin. Have a
Got
great
it.
day.
Mahalo for having me on. Take care, everybody.